Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but still not getting what you want? Maybe you've been trying to use the law of attraction, thinking positive thoughts all day long, but nothing seems to change. Well, what if I told you that thinking less could actually help you get more of what you want in life? Sounds crazy, right? But stick with me, because today we're going to talk about a different way to use the law of attraction, one that doesn't require you to be a positive thinking machine 24/7. Now, you might be wondering, how can thinking less possibly help me manifest more? It's a great question, and I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll have a whole new perspective on manifesting your dreams. We're going to dive into a method that's not only easier, but also more effective than traditional manifesting techniques. And the best part? It's something anyone can do, no matter how busy or stressed you are. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the way most people try to use the law of attraction. You've probably heard it a million times. Just think positive thoughts and good things will come to you. It sounds simple enough, right? But if you've ever tried to keep your thoughts positive all day long, you know it's not that easy. Think about it. How many times have you caught yourself worrying about bills, stressing over work, or feeling anxious about the future? It happens to all of us. And when it does, you might feel guilty, like you're doing something wrong or sabotaging your own success. This constant pressure to think positive can be exhausting. It's like trying to keep a balloon in the air by constantly hitting it. Sooner or later, your arm gets tired and the balloon falls. But here's the thing. This approach misses a crucial part of how the law of attraction really works. It's not just about what you think, it's about how you feel. And that's where most people go wrong. They focus so much on controlling their thoughts that they forget about the power of their emotions. Now, don't get me wrong. Positive thinking isn't bad. It can definitely improve your mood and outlook on life. But when it comes to manifesting, relying solely on positive thoughts can actually hold you back. Here's why. First, it's incredibly hard to control your thoughts all the time. Our brains are wired to think. It's what they do. Trying to force yourself to only think positive thoughts is like trying to stop a river from flowing. It's an uphill battle that leaves you feeling drained and frustrated. Second, when you're constantly monitoring your thoughts, you're actually giving more attention to the things you don't want. It's like telling someone, "Don't think about a pink elephant." What's the first thing they think of? A pink elephant, of course. The same thing happens when you try too hard to avoid negative thoughts. You end up focusing on them even more. Lastly, this approach can make you feel like you're not good enough. If you have a bad day or catch yourself thinking negatively, you might feel like you failed at manifesting. This can lead to a cycle of negative emotions that actually pushes you further away from what you want to attract. So if constant positive thinking isn't the answer, what is? This is where our new approach comes in. Instead of focusing on controlling your thoughts, we're going to focus on something much more powerful, your feelings. You see, the law of attraction isn't just about what you think. It's about the energy you put out into the world. And nothing creates energy quite like emotions do. When you feel excited, happy, or confident, you radiate a completely different energy than when you're stressed, worried, or sad. This is why two people can think the same thoughts but get completely different results. It's not the thoughts themselves that are doing the attracting. It's the feelings behind those thoughts. And here's the best part. Feelings are much easier to change than thoughts. Think about it this way. Have you ever tried to force yourself to stop feeling angry or sad? It's pretty much impossible, right? But have you ever had your mood completely change because of a funny video or a kind word from a friend? That's the power of emotions. They can shift in an instant. And when they do, they can completely change the energy you're putting out into the world. So our new approach is all about tapping into the power of your feelings. Instead of trying to control every thought, we're going to focus on cultivating positive emotions. This doesn't mean you have to be happy all the time. That's not realistic or even desirable. But it does mean learning how to shift your emotional state in a way that aligns with what you want to attract. Now, let's dive a little deeper into why feelings are so much more powerful than thoughts when it comes to manifesting. It all comes down to the way our brains and bodies work together. When you have a thought, it's like a little blip in your brain. It might trigger a small reaction, but unless it's connected to a strong emotion, it doesn't have much impact on your overall state. But when you feel something, your whole body gets involved. Your heart rate changes, your breathing shifts, and your body releases different chemicals. This creates a much stronger energetic signature, one that the universe can pick up on much more easily. Think about a time when you were really excited about something. Maybe you were looking forward to a vacation or a special event. Remember how that excitement felt in your body? You probably had more energy, a spring in your step, and a smile on your face. That's the kind of energy that attracts good things into your life. Now compare that to how you feel when you're just thinking positive thoughts without really feeling them. It's not quite the same, is it? You might be saying all the right things in your head, but if you're not feeling it in your body, you're not fully tapping into the power of the law of attraction. This is why our new approach focuses on generating positive feelings rather than just positive thoughts. When you learn to shift your emotional state, you're essentially changing your energetic frequency. And when you do that, you start to naturally attract experiences and opportunities that match that frequency. The best part about this approach is that it's much more natural and effortless than trying to control your thoughts all the time. Feelings come and go naturally, and with a little practice, you can learn to guide them in the direction you want. It's like learning to sail. Instead of trying to control the wind, your thoughts, you're learning to adjust your sails, your feelings, to go where you want to go. In the next sections, we'll explore exactly how to do this, with practical tips and exercises you can start using right away. But for now, just remember, when it comes to manifesting, feelings are the secret ingredient that most people miss. Master your emotions, and you'll unlock a whole new level of manifesting power. Now that we understand why feelings are so important in manifesting, let's talk about how to actually make this shift from thinking to feeling. It might seem tricky at first, especially if you're used to the traditional think positive approach. But don't worry. With a little practice, it'll become second nature. The first step is to become more aware of how you're feeling throughout the day. Many of us go through life on autopilot, not really paying attention to our emotional state. But if we want to use our feelings to manifest, we need to tune into them more often. try setting a reminder on your phone a few times a day to check in with yourself. Ask, how am I feeling right now? Don't judge the feeling, just notice it. Once you're more aware of your feelings, you can start to shift them intentionally. This doesn't mean forcing yourself to feel happy all the time. Instead, it's about gently guiding your emotions in a direction that feels good to you. If you're feeling stressed, for example, you might take a few deep breaths and focus on feeling calm. If you're feeling down, you might recall a happy memory to lift your spirits. One powerful way to shift your feelings is through visualization. But here's the key. Instead of just picturing what you want in your mind, really feel what it would be like to have it. Let's say you want to manifest a new job. Instead of just thinking about the job, imagine how you'd feel on your first day. Would you feel excited, confident, proud? Really let yourself experience those feelings in your body. To really understand how powerful feelings can be in manifesting, let's look at some real-life examples. These stories show how focusing on feelings rather than just thoughts can make a big difference in attracting what you want. Take Sarah, for example. Sarah had been trying to manifest a romantic relationship for years. She'd made vision boards, recited affirmations, and tried to think positive thoughts about love all the time. But nothing seemed to work. Then she learned about the power of feeling. Instead of just thinking about finding love, she started to focus on feeling loved and cherished. She'd imagine the warmth of a hug, the joy of shared laughter, the comfort of having someone to lean on. And guess what? Within a few months, she met someone special. Sarah realized that by feeling the love she wanted to attract, she'd opened herself up to receiving it. Or consider Mike's story. Mike had always dreamed of starting his own business, but fear and self-doubt held him back. He tried positive affirmations, telling himself, "I am a successful entrepreneur," every day. But deep down, he didn't believe it. Then Mike tried a different approach. Instead of trying to convince himself he was already successful, he focused on feeling the excitement and passion he had for his business idea. He let himself feel the joy of creating something new, the satisfaction of solving problems for his customers. As he focused on these positive feelings, Mike found himself taking action almost effortlessly. Ideas flowed more easily. He felt more confident reaching out to potential clients. And before he knew it, his business was up and running. These stories show that when you align your feelings with what you want to attract, powerful things can happen. It's not about pretending to feel something you don't. It's about tapping into genuine positive emotions that resonate with your desires. As with any practice, there are some pitfalls to watch out for when using this feeling-based approach to manifesting. Being aware of these common mistakes can help you avoid them and make your manifesting efforts more effective. One big mistake is trying to force feelings that aren't genuine. Remember, the goal isn't to fake positive emotions, but to genuinely shift into a more positive state. If you're having a bad day, don't try to plaster on a fake smile and pretend everything's great. Instead, acknowledge how you're feeling and then gently try to move towards a slightly better feeling. It's okay to take small steps. Another mistake is getting discouraged if you don't see results right away. Manifesting isn't about instant gratification. It's about aligning your energy with what you want to attract, and that can take time. Don't give up if things don't change overnight. Keep focusing on those good feelings, and trust that you're setting the stage for positive changes. Some people also make the mistake of only focusing on feelings when they're actively trying to manifest something. But the truth is, your feelings are always sending out signals to the universe. That's why it's important to pay attention to how you feel throughout the day, not just during a manifesting session. Lastly, a common pitfall is neglecting to take action. While feelings are powerful, they work best when combined with inspired action. As you focus on positive feelings, you'll likely feel motivated to take steps towards your goals. Don't ignore these impulses. When you feel inspired to do something, go for it. This is often how the universe guides you towards what you're trying to manifest. By avoiding these mistakes and staying focused on genuine positive feelings, you'll be well on your way to mastering this powerful approach to manifesting. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making a consistent effort to align your emotional state with what you want to attract. With practice, you'll find it becomes easier and more natural, and you'll start to see amazing changes in your life. Now that we've covered the basics of feeling-based manifesting, let's talk about how to make this a part of your daily life. The key is to create a simple, consistent practice that you can stick to. Remember, we're aiming for progress, not perfection. Start your day with a feeling check-in. When you wake up, take a moment to notice how you feel. If you're not feeling great, that's okay. Just acknowledge it without judgment. Then think about how you want to feel today. Maybe you want to feel confident, peaceful, or excited. Spend a few minutes imagining yourself feeling that way. Throughout the day, set reminders to check in with your feelings. You could use your phone or link it to regular activities like meal times. When you check in, if you're not feeling how you want to, take a moment to shift your emotional state. This could be as simple as taking a few deep breaths, recalling a happy memory, or listening to a favorite song. Before bed, do another feeling check-in. Reflect on the positive feelings you experienced during the day. Even if it was a tough day, try to find moments where you felt good. This helps train your mind to focus on the positive, which is crucial for manifesting. One powerful daily practice is to spend a few minutes visualizing what you want to manifest, while really feeling the emotions associated with having it. Remember, it's not about the visual details, but about the feelings, whether it's success, love, health, or anything else. Focus on how it would feel to have that in your life. Lastly, keep a feeling journal. Each day, jot down how you felt and any manifesting successes you noticed. This helps you track your progress and stay motivated. Let's look at some more real-life examples of how this feeling-based approach to manifesting has worked for people. These stories show that anyone can use this method, regardless of what they're trying to attract. Take Emma, for instance. Emma had always struggled with money, constantly worrying about bills and feeling stressed about her finances. She'd tried visualizing wealth and repeating money affirmations, but nothing seemed to change. Then, she learned about feeling-based manifesting. Instead of focusing on the lack of money, Emma started to imagine how it would feel to be financially secure. She focused on feelings of peace, freedom, and abundance. At first it was hard because it felt so different from her usual stress. But as she practiced, something interesting happened. She started feeling more relaxed about money, even though her situation hadn't changed yet. This new, more positive feeling led her to make better financial decisions. She felt inspired to start a side hustle and found herself spotting money-saving opportunities she'd never noticed before. Within a year, Emma's financial situation had dramatically improved. Then there's Alex, who used feeling-based manifesting to improve his health. Alex had been dealing with chronic pain and low energy for years. He'd tried visualizing himself healthy, but it always felt forced and fake. When he switched to focusing on feelings, things changed. Instead of trying to picture himself pain-free, Alex focused on feeling strong, vibrant, and full of life. He'd imagined the joy of moving easily, the satisfaction of having energy to do things he loved. As he practiced this, Alex noticed he felt motivated to make healthier choices. He started eating better and found gentle exercises he enjoyed. Over time, his pain decreased and his energy improved. The doctors were amazed at his progress. These stories show that feeling-based manifesting can work for all kinds of goals, whether it's money, health, relationships, or anything else. Focusing on positive feelings can help attract positive changes. It's natural to have some doubts when trying a new approach to manifesting. Let's address some common concerns people have about feeling-based manifesting. What if I can't feel positive when things are going badly? This is a common worry, and it's important to remember that the goal isn't to deny your current feelings or force positivity. Instead, it's about gently shifting your emotional state. If you're feeling down, don't try to jump straight to joy. Instead, aim for a slightly better feeling, maybe from frustrated to calm, or from sad to hopeful. Small steps can lead to big changes over time. I've tried manifesting before, and it didn't work. Why would this be different? Traditional manifesting often focuses solely on thoughts and visualizations, which can feel forced or fake. Feeling-based manifesting is different because it taps into the power of your emotions, which are much more closely linked to the energy you're putting out into the world. It's also often easier and more natural than trying to control your thoughts all the time. What if I focus on feeling good but nothing changes? Remember, manifesting isn't about instant results. It's about aligning your energy with what you want to attract. As you consistently focus on positive feelings, you're more likely to notice opportunities and feel inspired to take action towards your goals. Change might happen in unexpected ways, so stay open and patient. I'm not very emotional. Can I still do this? Absolutely. This isn't about being overly emotional or dramatic. It's simply about becoming more aware of your feelings and learning to guide them in a positive direction. Even subtle shifts in how you feel can make a big difference. What if I can't maintain positive feelings all the time? The good news is you don't have to. It's not about being positive 24/7. It's about making a consistent effort to shift towards better feeling emotions when you can. Everyone has ups and downs, and that's okay. The key is to keep coming back to those good feelings. We've covered a lot of ground in this exploration of feeling-based manifesting. We've learned why feelings are so much more powerful than thoughts when it comes to using the law of attraction. We've discovered how to shift our focus from constant positive thinking to cultivating positive emotions. We've looked at real-life success stories, addressed common doubts, and outlined a simple daily practice to make this approach a part of your life. Remember The secret to manifesting more isn't about thinking harder or being positive all the time. It's about tapping into the power of your emotions. By focusing on how you want to feel rather than just what you want to think, you're aligning yourself more powerfully with what you want to attract. This approach isn't just about manifesting material things. It's about creating a life that feels good. As you practice feeling-based manifesting, you might find that your whole outlook on life starts to shift. You may become more aware of the good things already in your life. You might find yourself feeling more optimistic, more grateful, and more open to opportunities. It's important to remember that this is a journey. Like any skill, feeling-based manifesting takes practice. There will be days when it feels easy and days when it's more challenging. That's okay. The key is to keep coming back to it, to keep checking in with your feelings and gently guiding them in a positive direction. As you move forward with this practice, be patient and kind with yourself. Celebrate the small shifts in how you feel, the moments of joy or peace or excitement. These are all signs that you're aligning your energy with what you want to attract. Remember, you have the power to shape your reality through your feelings. You don't need to control every thought or be positive all the time. You just need to tune into your emotions and guide them towards what feels good. As you do this consistently, you may be amazed at how your life begins to transform. So, are you ready to start manifesting more by thinking less? Your journey begins now with the very next feeling you choose to focus on. Trust in the process, enjoy the journey, and get ready to welcome amazing things into your life. The power of feeling-based manifesting is now in your hands. Use it wisely, use it often, and watch as your world transforms in beautiful and unexpected ways.